begun. And let's start off with some positives, it seems, from your reporting. Uh, at the end of last year, Zach Bolduc played pretty darn well coming up from the A and seemed to settle in, gain some confidence. And it appears that he's taken that and had a good summer and coming to camp ready to work.
Yeah, I think out of the bubble guys, he's been the one that's been the most noticeable in a good way. Even in the prospect tournament, which to be fair, he should be noticeable. He should be one of the better players there, just given his draft pedigree, his NHL experience. That lines up that he should be one of the best players in the prospect showcase, and he did show that way. He was physical. He was creating chances. He had a highlight reel goal against the Wild, cutting through the middle of the ice and finishing with a little backhand between the legs. And then that's continued in the preseason. I mean, the Blues have given him pretty much every chance to play with skilled players at every practice except for one, I think. I think there's been six practices. So out of five of the six practices, he's been with Robert Thomas and Jordan Kyrou. And practice lines, they may not mean a ton. Some of them change, some of them don't. Some of them stay for a week, some of them stay for a month. They're not always set in stone, but to have the coaches want to keep going back to that trio over and over again in the first week is a little bit uh, indicative of where the coaching staff thinks Bolduc could play in the NHL, and I think he's delivered so far. I mean, that game in Dallas, he was with Neighbors and Buchnevich. The game last night in Columbus, he was with Thomas and Kyrou. He was one of their more noticeable players in both games. Last night, I believe he had six shots on goal. And more than that, I think he's been physical. He's been engaged. He's been active in corners. Last night, he got a roughing penalty last night. He was mixing it up with all the wild kids, and even in Dallas, he was in some scrums. Like it's a bit of an edge that we didn't really see that much from Zach Bolduc before. And when I talked to him yesterday about it, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's always been a part of my game that hasn't always been consistent. It's been present, but I haven't always used it. And it seems early on that he's been using it, and that's something that maybe he talked about as well over the summer when we asked him, "Hey, like, what did you learn from the NHL last year?" And he goes, "Well, there's no nights off. You can't take a shift off, take a game off, because there's going to be someone there to take your job." And I think maybe that added engagement that we're seeing right now is kind of the product of that thinking.
Well, it's really important that he had a chance last year to go play against men in the American League, and while the talent level is not exceptional, there's a lot of physical maturity in that league,
Hmm.
and so you jump in and you're used to just it coming pretty easy offensively, and now you're in a realm where not so much. So that process, while it took him a while to make the adaptation to all things about being a pro, really seemed to have paid off because he's taking it to heart.
Yeah, and that's something that we talked to Drew Bannister about yesterday too. Bannister had Bolduc when he was making the jump from junior to the AHL. He has Bolduc now when he's trying to make the jump from the AHL to the NHL. Like, what is the messaging the same from level to level? And basically, the answer was yes. Like he said, we know what Zach Bolduc does well. He shoots the puck well. The skill is going to be there. It's the other areas of the game which don't require skill, which seems to be effort, engagement, physicality, those types of things that they need him to be a little bit more, I guess, for lack of a better word, active. I guess more in tuned with, and he's delivered so far. And I think when you mention the AHL last year, like, it wasn't a breeze for him. He struggled to start. It took a while, took around maybe around Christmas when he started to pick it up a little bit. And even when he got to the NHL, it wasn't easy. And really, the production came in the last five games when the Blues made that turn and said, "Hey, we're going to start playing the kids. We're going to stop chasing this playoff spot and start playing the young guys and move them into spots where they can succeed, where